Hey family, do you guys remember this guy? He was this guy's brother. Now I was thinking as I watched that press conference, why would Mr. Metcalf show up at that press conference? Then it dawned on me for a quick second. Maybe he thought he was going to get this result.
I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes.
Y'all remember that, right? Then the judge came out with the flip-flops on and she hugged her too, and it was very, emotional and very sentimental. And then this happened. And if you think for one second that that can happen or that hasn't manifested in somebody's head, watch this clip.
To all the people who donated to Carmelo Anthony, just know that when he gets put in front of a judge, they're going to force him to pay restitution to the family, the victim's family. So I just want to say thank you for raising all that money to help pay for Austin Metcalf's funeral and whatever expenses his family might have.
I would like to personally thank you for explaining the legal process with no legal experience nor degree whatsoever. Thank you. I mean, seriously, thank you. Because, I mean, it's just amazing. I am learning so much on TikTok. It's like needing a surgery. I mean, this post just caught me off guard because, I've been, in the justice system for, many times. And, I've been to prison 3 times and I have never ever heard of money for legal defense purposes be used to pay victims restitution.
All right, brother, let's hope that you're right. Power to our people. And yeah, maybe, guys, maybe Mr. Metcalf just showed up in the name of love, right? Just to give everybody a big old hug. And if that's not the case, then now we know where the son got his energy.
Breaking news, the full affidavit has been released detailing exactly what happened and what was said in this case. And if you're keeping up with it, you're going to want to hear this. Multiple witnesses reported that Austin Metcalf told the suspect Karmelo Anthony that he would need to move out from under his team's tent, considering Anthony is a student at Centennial High School, but he was sitting under Memorial High School's tent. And after telling him this, Anthony opened his bag, reached inside, and said, "Touch me and see what happens." Metcalf reportedly then touched Anthony, and Anthony then said, "Punch me and see what happens." Soon after, Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, at which point Anthony pulled out the weapon and
All right, back, give me 50 feet. Stop, and you continue to go. Shout out to TKCV08. He's on it. So listen, if you believe what PKCV said and believe the affidavit to be true and or real, then is it so hard to fathom why it was inappropriate for the dad to show up at the press conference?
If you take a look at your screen now, what you are looking at is video of Jeff Metcalf being escorted out of the co-working space where the Next Gen Action Network's office is by Dallas Police. You see that there. Jeff Metcalf, the gentleman who was wearing the sunglasses and the blue shirt who's being escorted out, is the father of Austin Metcalf, who was the teenager who was and killed the tracking 2 weeks ago. He is being asked escorted out of a press conference that is being held where the parents of the child who was accused of Metcalf's child.
We have endured death. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser.
And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited, he knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family. But he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case.
Yeah, this is giving father son can't really understand boundaries energy. The woman is standing there crying, pleading from the depths of her soul. And you're still, I don't know, and it's this Botham Jean family fantasy.
I don't know if this is possible, but can I give her a hug, please? Please?
Yes. Trying to see both sides, trying to play devil's advocate, but nah, sir, you gotta learn how to read the room and understand boundaries. Teach your kids how to understand boundaries. And no, we're not saying this, sir.
Okay, let me understand what a lot of people out there are saying is you are saying that if a kid, let's say they touch another kid, they get into a little push and shove at the school, the other kid that just got pushed has the right to take out a knife out of their backpack and kill the other kid. That's what we're saying.
I just finished watching that press conference of the Karmelo Anthony family. Number one, I want everybody to understand this. No matter how you feel, in America, you are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. You are allowed to have your opinion. You are allowed to have what you think. But if you believe in the law of this land in America that we stand so hard for, let the young man have his day in court. Number two, it is a shame that the media posted lies about his family receiving the money and buying that house they already stayed in. It is also a travesty that Please Send Go has not let them withdraw the funds that they raised for their family defense fund. And finally, the boy's mother is online asking for y'all to stop sending death and allow the legal process to work. Every time we have something in this country happen that is racially motivated, we always see the process needs to take its time. Good, bad, or indifferent, if we believe in the law, if we support the law, we should understand the laws and what happens will have its day in court. No matter how you feel, I feel, or any other body feels, allow that young man to go through the legal process. That's all I'm saying.
This is a tragedy all the way around for both families. Rushing to judgment, trial by public perception and trial by media is not how we ensure justice is done. We are confident that after a full investigation, that the truth will come out. Thank you.
Mike, you took umbrage with the state's assessment that this was simple and brutal. Why was it?
Well, the fact of the matter is, like I said, there's two sides to every story, and we've only heard one side. In any criminal case, the police investigate, and the defense is always far behind that. And so it is a one-sided investigation to this point, and even that investigation is still ongoing. So to say that it happened this way or that way is just not accurate at this point. All of the facts are going to come out, and that's why our system of justice requires that we keep our minds open and we let the facts come out as they are after a full investigation.
The big question that a lot of people have is, why was this young man armed on school property?
That's an understandable question, but it's not something that, frankly, we're prepared to even go into. This is something that I know the police and the prosecution want to get it right and want to have a full and fair investigation, and so do we. So it would be irresponsible for me or them at this point to start saying, this is what happened, this is why, anything. So I understand that's a big question. It's going to be a big question, and it's something that we will find out. And we ask that the public, as hard as it is, withhold judgment and let both of these families have justice, that let both of these young men, the Metcalf family and the memory of who they've lost, but also Karmelo, have a fair and full justice process.
How has he?
Ultimately, your feeling on the reduction of this bond, you feel it's fair?
Yeah, I feel it's fair. Bond, as the judge said, is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression. It's not supposed to keep people in jail. It's not supposed to punish. It's supposed to ensure that a person shows up to court, complies with all conditions, and it's supposed to keep the community safe. So this is a large and substantial bond, and the judge has, I think, rightly imposed reasonable conditions that will ensure both Karmelo and the Anthony family's safety, but also the safety of the community.
What was Karmelo's reaction today? He didn't seem very talkative toward you. And how has jail, I guess, been so far for this teenager? And does he look on
boundaries? See, even the reporter doesn't understand boundaries, process. No, he's already answered the question.
How do you know he was wrong? You wasn't there. You didn't stand in defense of none of our slain when the police took their lives. You didn't speak up for Trayvon. You didn't speak up for Sonia Massey. You didn't speak up for Sonia Bland or Amir Locke or Dante or Philando Castile or Freddie Gray. You didn't speak up for Breonna Taylor. To every Negro apologizing and publicly convicting our brother Karmelo Anthony in the court of public opinion before he has had his day in court, shame on you Negroes. Shame on every coon. Shame on every Negro pen who's on the internet apologizing to Caucasian Nation, condemning our brother to guilt before he's had his day in court. Shame on you Negroes. Shame on you Negroes. Shame on you Negroes. He was wrong. How do you know he was wrong?
All right, so yeah, I did. I added that one part 3 times because he always says stuff 3 times. But anyway, guys, look at the screen. We better get this right because this ain't cool. It ain't cool. And it's happening now.
A massive update. The protest location has been changed from Wakeland High School parking lot 1 mile away to the Kai Kendall Stadium, where Austin Metcalf lost his life to a brutal stabbing by Karmelo Anthony. We spoke to Frisco police today. They said the high school parking lot will be closed, so we are having this protest Saturday, April 19th at 11 Central. Please be there at the Kai Kendall Stadium. May God bless you. Please be peaceful.
So the organizer of this event is a J6er and a U.S. Senate candidate, Jake Lang. And I want to know, y'all are going to go there and protest what? Y'all are going to go there and demand what? Y'all are not victims. Y'all are not victims, and y'all racism is oozing out of y'all pores. Y'all are going to go there and do what? Karmelo has a right to a fair trial, and he will have a fair trial. Y'all have been lying with misinformation, threatening the family of Karmelo. I'm glad Karmelo's free, and he's going to stay free. And the flyer going to say they want to stop black violence on white Americans. Nobody's going to attend y'all protest, bro. It's finna flop. Nobody believes y'all. Y'all are not the victims.
No, I don't know if it's going to flop, but I'm just saying, gosh, what a difference a day makes. Just a few weeks ago, weren't we all kumbaya? Everybody was holding hands. There was no color divide, none of that. Guys, some of you are going to get what you asked for because you're asking for something bad to happen. Good or bad or indifferent, why can't we wait for the courts? And speaking of why can't we wait, if y'all don't get out of my comment section with this foolishness.
I don't know who needs to tell you this, but even Mr. Black Power Judge Joe Brown said that what Karmelo Anthony did was not self-defense because he escalated the situation by using force when instead, being a healthy young man, could have easily defended himself against physical harm against the other person who was only using bare hands, and should have never escalated, and that he is also 100% guilty just for the fact that he admitted guilt when the cop arrested him. He said that is one of the dumbest things that he could have done in that situation, by admitting his guilt, because you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can and will be held against you, but apparently he just did not know that.
The right to remain silent. Okay, all right, so let's explore that.
All saw them crocodile tears of that lady. We did. We all saw it. And the funny thing is, she's talking about, my daughter can't sleep at night. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night either. Sleeping next door to a yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep either. Like, y'all, that has nothing to do with racism. It has nothing to do with racism. It has everything to do with manipulation. Everything to do with manipulation. But I see right through it. And the first thing she talk about, we don't get the money until 2 days. We don't get $500,000. While everybody else is struggling, pinching out here, and you get $500,000 because your son killed somebody. That is insane work. And y'all talk about white privilege, and y'all talk about, oh, this, that, the third, and they get $500,000 because they killed it was white. Y'all are at... This is so funny. It's so funny to watch. Because y'all talk about how bad it is in America, but Americans raise $500,000. And then the guy pulls, the father of the son pulls up to the press conference and y'all bent out of shape. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's called manipulation.
Oh gosh, no comment. But anyway, guys, speaking of the right to remain silent, how do you feel about this?
Karmelo Anthony is selling t-shirts. You heard me right. As you see here, Karmelo Anthony now has t-shirts, and they're for sale. This effort is being pushed by his family and friends. So now you can get a #FreeMelo or Justice for Karmelo Anthony t-shirt for $25. These t-shirts have been released along with a Justice for Karmelo Anthony website that is encouraging people to stand with him during this tragic time. Now, mind you, the judge that reduced Karmelo Anthony's bond, allowing him to walk free, told him to stay off social media. But now, here he is, posing, introducing his t-shirt campaign, being pushed out by his family, along with this website calling Karmelo Anthony nothing but honorable and selfless. Now, this is all around a tragic situation. But this is absolutely disturbing in the wake of Austin Metcalf being buried not even a week ago because of that fatal inflicted by Karmelo Anthony. And the actions of Karmelo Anthony on that day are now being amplified in a disturbing manner, all at the support and guidance of his family, who've raised over $400,000 through a fundraiser, and neither of his parents are working. I have never seen a case with a turn like this.
Shame on you, Negroes.
Guys, Dr. Omar didn't say that. I just like the soundbite, so... Okay, anyway, this is a very serious situation, so I need to stop.
Okay, this gotta stop. This gotta stop where I'm at in Texas. Why, of all places in Texas, this gotta happen where I'm at in Collin County in Texas? Because y'all out here tripping now. Like, it's giving one of them meetups they be having. It ain't giving peaceful protest, nothing. Especially if y'all want to say, the man Karmelo Anthony be put back in prison until trial. He already made bond. Like, cry harder, like, do something better with your time. Everything is already set in stone. Like, we can't be living in the past when we got a future to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to give smart. Just say inferior from now on. And maybe someone will feel sorry. Because at this point, it's giving get back. It's giving, I want my voice to be heard. With all the privilege in the world, I want all the privilege.
Valerie, focus us back. And we are digressing.
Guys, there's no such thing as an adult daycare center, so I can't tell you what to think, okay? But just remember, a few weeks ago, we were all kumbaya and standing together. So I think we can do that again, all right? I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Love you to life. Please be safe. I just want to leave you with this.
Raised money for the people who unalived us. And you want us to feel, listen, we are sorry. We don't delight in the loss of life because we are Africans, the only genetic human beings on this earth. But it is hypocritical for you to cry justice before the facts have been laid out when your people have been so guilty of unaliving our people. The double standard must stop. Y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was found innocent in a court of law, and y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson. Do you know why y'all still doing documentaries on O.J. Simpson? Because in your